President Amberg, by the authority of the SUNY and ESF Boards of Trustees, it is my pleasure to declare the 109th Spring Commencement of the College of Environmental Science and Forestry open and in session. Hello, my name is David Newman. I serve as the Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs of ESF. Our purpose here is to celebrate and congratulate our May 2020 graduating students. Although the ceremony today is not our usual celebration, we want to properly acknowledge the accomplishments of all of our graduates today. Unfortunately, we will not be able to hand out diplomas today. These will be coming in the mail later this summer. But we do have a program for today's ceremony which can be found at the college's commencement website. At this time, I want to recognize that our ESF campus resides within the original territory of the Haudenosaunee or Iroquois Confederacy. This acknowledgement represents our commitment to intellectual and cultural pluralism, and it is meant to honor the significant contributions of the Onondaga Nation to environmental leadership. We are grateful for previous and ongoing collaborations with the Onondaga Nation. With that note of humility, let us begin our ceremony. Before we begin our commencement exercises, we wanted to share with you all a message from the SUNY Chancellor, Dr. Christina Johnston.
Good afternoon, and congratulations to all of you on earning your degree after years of hard work at the State University of New York. You have cleared an enormous hurdle and stand on the cusp of the future. That can be both exhilarating and scary. Exhilarating because no matter what is happening in the world and perhaps weighing on your mind, you finished what you started. You earned a degree from one of the nation's top campuses, and no one can ever take that away from you. So you, your family, friends, and all the people who invested in your success should be very proud. But it's scary too, because you have been thrust unwittingly into a world embroiled in chaos. This is a time of great disruption that has brought grief and financial difficulty to many. The inability to be part of the glorious ritual of walking across the stage at your own spring commencement is just one example of this. We are hopeful that this tradition can resume in the not too distant future. But this is a single moment in time. It will pass, and you will have the opportunity to step into a future that only you can control. In earning your diploma, you've proven that you have the fortitude, discipline, and ability to achieve whatever you set your mind to. Your presence at this virtual commencement today is a victory. All of us eagerly await your emergence as the leaders you are destined to be. Many of you are already leading by participating in SUNY's system-wide response to the COVID-19 crisis. We continue to answer Governor Cuomo's call to action by converting our facilities into medical treatment centers, providing testing sites, sending medical volunteers to hard-hit locations, conducting research on antivirals and clinical trials, and more. By working together, we will emerge from this challenge stronger than ever. To do that, we will need your energy, your passion, your newly acquired skills, and sense of purpose. I have no doubt that your SUNY education has prepared you well. You know the meaning of success and what it takes to achieve. You've demonstrated that you are fearless, possess the grit, resiliency, and courage necessary to see you through any of the challenges life will inevitably throw your way. Most importantly, you have the power to rebuild confidence in our nation, and your SUNY degrees will help you do that. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I congratulate you and your families on this remarkable achievement, and I'm so pleased to call you SUNY alums. Woohoo!
Welcome, ESF graduating class of 2020, and welcome to all the family and friends that may be joining us online as well. We are truly living through remarkable times, and it goes without saying that you are and have been remarkable students. Myself, administration, and our great faculty are so very proud of your achievements for the entire last 4 years, but your tenacity and grace shown over the last semester truly distinguishes you. Knowing what I know about the typical ESF student, you are atypical in your focus, passion, and resilience. All of this was required of you to power through a very atypical end to your undergraduate academic career. One thing is for sure, you will have a great story to tell to your grandchildren that you were in the graduating class that survived the pandemic of 2020. I salute our faculty who were asked to skip spring break and spend that time doing that which they would have never wanted to do, move to distance learning modalities. I have heard many stories, things that didn't work so well, others that did work, creative approaches such as virtual field trips using GoPro cameras, as well as the adaptability of faculty and students. One constant I have heard is how engaged you remained despite the struggles and complications. I have not heard this about students elsewhere where attendance and participation in online sessions was spotty at best. Again, you are different in how you are remarkable. It is that ESF character of our students that has made me feel so privileged and gratified to be a small part of your lives and life journeys. I know from the many alumni I've met that what awaits you are incredibly interesting and awesome life journeys that will have a tremendous impact to improve our world. Life journeys that will be different, complex, interesting, and driven by a passion for preserving the natural world. It is so fulfilling for all of us to be a part of a community that is held together by such a singular focus and yet approach that focus from so many different and interesting perspectives. The ESF community is truly unique, and you are now a lifetime member of this community, the Stumpy Nation. Despite a temporary disruption in our community, I know you won't forget the fellowship you have had at ESF over 3.5 years. Please carry that forward with you and remember that the ESF family is behind you and always ready and willing to help. Further, we invite you to attend the December graduation on December 11th so that we may celebrate your achievements in person. I want to leave you with a Walt Whitman poem I found that I feel speaks to our circumstances. I Saw in Louisiana a Live Oak Growing by Walt Whitman from 1891. I saw in Louisiana a live oak growing. All alone stood it, and the moss hung down from the branches. Without any companion, it grew there uttering joyous leaves of dark green. And its look, rude, unbending, lusty, made me think of myself. But I wondered how it could utter joyous leaves standing alone there without its friend near, for I knew I could not. And I broke off a twig with a certain number of leaves upon it and twined around a little moss and brought it away, and I have placed it in sight in my room. It is not needed to remind me as of my own dear friends, for I believe lately I think of little else than them. Yet it remains to me a curious token. It makes me think of manly love. For all that, and though the live oak glistens there in Louisiana solitary in a wide flat space, uttering joyous leaves all its life without a friend or lover near, I know very well I could not. Class of 2020, I wish you good fortune in all your endeavors, and I am confident that you have received the training necessary for you to succeed in your endeavors to improve your world. Congratulations.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first and, please God, only episode of Commencement. I'm your host, Zachary Warning, and yes, my last name really is Warning. For the vast majority of you watching who have never met me or my family, this is your first warning. For those students who know me, but not my family, I may very well be your only warning. And as sad as it may be, today may be the last day many of you see me. So as it turns out, I may be your last warning. Now, as flattered as I am to have the opportunity to speak on behalf of my peers, many of whom are better speakers than I do think it's necessary to make some things clear. I am not going to inspire you. There is nothing I know about the intricacies of life that literally everyone above the age of 20 watching today doesn't already know. Despite what you may think, given that I am currently dressed like a car salesman, but something nice, right? Like Subaru Outbacks. I am not here to remind you of the dire straits we're entering as we log off today. We all went to school for this. We know what tragedies inflict the world, and we know how to face them head on. And if you're anything like me, you have nagged your poor parents enough about it, so let's give them this moment today to calmly listen and be entertained. And as I have no way of hearing or seeing any of your reactions, I'm left only to assume that I'm killing it right now, just like the Subaru Outback is killing it on and off-road across America. ESF is sponsored by Subaru, right? We're not... I literally can't think of a student who doesn't drive one. Okay, if it wasn't obvious by now, you should also know that I am not here to lecture you about the responsibilities of adulthood. With my most recent paycheck, I bought a Lego set, and my favorite food is Tully's Tendies. I really wish that was a joke. All I'm attempting to give you today, as a thank you, not only for electing me to speak on your behalf, but also in gratitude and appreciation of the time that we have had together, is pure, ad-free entertainment. Now, in all my public speaking courses, the first thing I was told was to have a good hook. Grab the listener's attention with some spicy language. Those of you who know me are aware of just how desperate an attempt I will make to grab your attention. But truth be told, I have found no better way to secure someone's focus than with the words, "I'm going to tell you a story." Learning about human evolutionary history has solidified my opinion that our storytelling ability is one of the central defining traits of our humanity. I will be using this knowledge to manipulate every one of you into thinking this is a good speech. When listening to a passionate storyteller, the brain chemistry of both speaker and listener sync up, allowing us to genuinely feel the excitement, peril, joy, and sadness depicted to us through nothing but words, tones, and gestures. Actors and actresses are the only beings we know of which can fake emotions on a whim with such profound neurochemical accuracy that brain scans can't tell the difference between a sad actor and an unsponsored actor trying really hard to get you to buy a Subaru. Remember when I said this was ad-free? Well, stories have twists. Buckle up. Historian and philosopher Yuval Noah Harari believes that the single most important factor in early human evolution, which allowed us to form such incredible civilizations and inhabit every corner of the earth, is our uncanny ability to join together in large cooperative groups, united by nothing more than a story. Think, for example, of the immediate trust and compassion we adopt when we discover a complete stranger attended ESF. Stories, at their most fundamental level, are the foundation of relationships. If I had one piece of advice, it would be to my fellow students. The things we've spent so much time learning about are more than facts and numbers, prescriptions and policies. They are relationships, stories. If the fox and the badger hunt together and share the spoils of their victories and meet each successive day to frolic and hunt again, who are we to say that they're not friends? It's as if we've confined the personification of non-human beings to children's fantasies, when those very stories which impart mankind's best and worst qualities into other living beings are some of the most memorable and cherished fables ever told. They're the stories that brought us to ESF in the first place, the stories which assure us that every virtue and folly of humankind has its origins in the natural world, that we belong here. But maybe you don't believe me. Maybe you're saying chemical reactions, Those aren't stories. And if they are, can I stop reading them? Staring down the microscope in my mineralogy lab, I observed the dark, craterous rings created by the radioactive decay of zircon, crystals millions of years old, bombarding the atomic structures of the surrounding minerals with particles charged by the energy that sparked the birth of the universe, fundamentally warping their crystal arrangement to the point that they are left scarred and deformed for the rest of time. That's not a story? If I can find a story in radioactive decay, then certainly we can find stories in the living aspects of the world. A warning. That's not a free pass. Don't use that pun in my presence. I can do it, you can't. A warning. Don't trust every story you're told. It sounds obvious, but history, for example, is a set of stories written by victors. George Washington is hailed as a hero in American schools and the founder of our country. But he's the reason that the Haudenosaunee refer to the President of the United States by a name which translates to town destroyer. It's not a flattering tale for America when our first leader ordered his soldiers to, quote, lay waste all the settlements around, that the country may not be merely overrun, but destroyed. Stories of nature are different. Victors don't write the stories of nature, the observant do, because nature itself is the storyteller, and we're just interpreters. This unapologetic trueness makes many of us uncomfortable. It's no secret why, when Jane Goodall did her pioneering research on chimpanzees, the scientific community scolded her for giving them names. The idea that they were individuals worthy of identity was a concept that, even if it was true, was far too frightening to accept. If chimpanzees had even a shred of individuality, what did that say of our destruction of their rainforest homes, of our trade, slaughter, and imprisonment of their kind? It turns the playful circus chimp on a bicycle from an amusing act to a gut-wrenching display of control over the helpless. I don't mean to dwell on such dark topics for long, but I would be doing everyone a massive disservice if I did not present the immense power of the storytelling I'm recommending we all use. It's a power which can be used for evil just as potently as good. All it takes is a shift in perspective, a willingness to accept that the main character of this story maybe isn't us. An even more radical idea. What if there are characters that aren't even human? What if every living thing is the main character of its own story? It's a perspective very few people have because the implications are terrifying. But that's hands down my favorite thing about ESF. Every one of us is here because we know humans are not the only characters in this story. Every class we've taken, every experience we've had in the last 4 years has been one unending training in how to give a voice to the voiceless, to defend things like soils, streams, and forests as if they have souls and identities, as if destroying, manipulating, and exploiting them is more than just a bad idea. It's morally reprehensible. This is what makes ESF students one of the most potent forces for good in the world. To close, I'd like to quote one of my favorite storytellers. Walt Whitman once famously said, through the mouth of Robin Williams, "O me, O life, of the questions of these recurring, of the endless trains of the faithless, of cities filled with the foolish, of myself forever reproaching myself, for who more foolish than I, and who more faithless? Of eyes that vainly crave the light, of the objects mean, of the struggle ever renewed, of the poor results of all, of the plotting and sordid crowds I see around me, of the empty and useless years of the rest, with the rest me intertwined. The question, O me, so sad, recurring, what good amid these, O me, O life? Answer, that you are here, that life exists and identity, that the powerful play goes on and you may contribute a verse. Your verse is penned in your actions. It's what you stand for and what you won't stand for, what gives your life meaning and what meaning you give to life itself. Will your verse make us think, make us angry, inspire us? I already told you that's not my game. If you've been inspired, that's on you. If just one verse sounds discouraging to you, don't worry. If you are anywhere near as long-winded as I am, your verse will be long. But what's Hamlet without to be or not to be? Star Wars without may the force be with you? Good American life without love. That's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. The reality is, every one of us is haunted by the fourth wall breaking realization that the play might come to a premature close. We all know stories, and we know them well. And every sign around us tells us we're in the final act. Your verse. Will it subvert our expectations? Inspire a sequel? Or will our story end with an anticlimactic fall into apathy? Unsurprisingly, I don't want the story to end. Not like this. ESF graduating class of 2020. I am asking for your help to give this wonderful tale one hell of a twist ending. In the name of every storyteller who came before us, the pioneers who turned an ear to the silent spring, the cartoonists who armed us with truffula trees, those who told us the truth, no matter how inconvenient. By the virtue of our shared education, we have all become gifted storytellers. Let us live our lives in such a way that our verse, our ESF monologue, will go down not as the final legible line in a book with the back ripped off, but as the climax, the point from which the real story finally unfolds, with every last character accounted for. I already miss you all very much, and I cannot wait to hear your stories when once again we may meet face to face. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Katherine Miller, and I'm the elected Senior Class Chair for the Class of 2020 in the Undergraduate Student Association. I'm pleased to present our class gift, a sundial, as our gift to the college. This sundial is given by the Class of 2020 not only as a timeless reminder the impacts COVID-19 had on the ESF community and the world, but also as a reminder that the time spent at ESF passes quickly but leaves a lasting impression, as so eloquently stated by Karen Moore. This gift will be installed sometime later this summer. Next time you find yourself on campus, make sure you check it out. Thank you to Olivia Malvasi, Laura Crandall, Wendy Osborne, and Rex from Physical Plant for making this gift happen. Thank you, Class of 2020, for letting me be your class chair these last 2 semesters. I will cherish my time spent here at ESF.
Graduates of 2020, congratulations to you from the faculty and staff of the Department of Chemical Engineering. You've succeeded in your academic programs in the face of extraordinary situations. Kudos to you and your families from our academic family. This year, we graduate 49 of you in the paper engineering and bioprocess engineering programs. Our departmental scholar is not only noted for high academic achievement, but also her incredible contributions to student life, clubs and organizations, and prospective students. Several of you have won awards for your contributions to our community. The average GPA of this year's class is one of the highest. We are proud of all of your achievements. As you make your mark with bright and impactful careers, solving today's challenges, you will create a better world tomorrow. Congratulations to you and your families, and farewell. We look forward to seeing you as alumni. Thank you.
Even just a few weeks ago, to say nothing of several years ago, we would never have imagined that our commencement would be conducted in this unorthodox manner. But events have intervened and we are where we are, despite the fact that none of us sought for things to be this way. Our heartiest and sincerest congratulations go out to all members of our graduating class, to all those who are metaphorically crossing the stage to journey into their next chapter in life. Congratulations to our graduates and to their family members and friends, and to all those who have stood beside them to make this day possible. A special word of congratulations go out to our departmental scholar, Ms. Emily Catterin, to whose accomplishments as a scholar should be added her work towards trail maintenance in the White Mountains, volunteering with a tiny home for good, and staffing the night desk at Vera House. Emily, we are all so proud of you. We are equally proud of all of our graduates who have come here from places far and near, from remote corners of the world, and also from right in our own county. While here, each of you has overcome obstacles and challenges, including those that originate in the shocking levels of socioeconomic disparity that, for all too many people, persist to this day. Each person has navigated a different path, but today brings us all together. Your futures will likewise take you all over the planet, and we are certain that your achievements will enrich the world and make things better in places both near and far. We are proud and grateful that each of you chose for some years to call Syracuse their home and to share with us this time. Thank you. As we celebrate your future successes, you can be sure that we will also miss you. Yes, we will miss each and every one of you, whilst also rejoicing in your achievements. Congratulations and best wishes to all our graduates from chemistry and from every other major and program at our college as well.
Hello, I am Melissa Furkey, Chair of the Department of Environmental and Forest Biology. On behalf of the faculty and staff in EFB, I want to recognize and congratulate our 2020 graduates. We know this isn't how you envisioned your last semester, but please know you will be one of our most remembered cohorts of students for the fact that you persevered through one of the most challenging events of our times. We also know you are likely anxious with all of the unknowns in our near future, and that you will face challenges as you try to take all you have learned here at ESF and make a difference in this world, which desperately needs you. Towards this, I'd like to offer you hope, to assure you that we believe in you, that you will make that difference. It may not be next month or even next year, but that it will happen and our world will be a better place, brightened with your love for all we hold dear here at ESF and with your curiosity and the knowledge that you now hold. I want to acknowledge those we lost this past year. Beth Newkirk. We lost Beth last June. Beth was a transfer student, and though she was only at ESF a short time, her enthusiasm and passion left a lasting impression on many of our faculty and on her fellow students. Jared Fearby. We lost Jared this past January as he was doing one of the things he loved most, fly fishing with his grandfather in a stream near his home in Albion, New York. Our hearts break with the loss of these bright lights. We will miss Jared and Beth. We offer our deepest condolences to their families and thank them for the opportunity to have these wonderful humans as part of our ESF family. I would like to now present EFB's Departmental Scholar, Miss Claire Foley. Claire's accolades are many, a description of which are included in the commencement program. They include outstanding scholarship, serving as a teaching assistant in multiple courses and working on multiple research projects in her 4 years here at ESF, including her honors thesis research. Congratulations to the EFB class of 2020, and best wishes for your success. I hope you celebrate your achievement and that you never stop learning.
My name is Lindy Quackenbush, and I'm the chair of the Department of Environmental Resources Engineering. I'm pleased to represent the Erie faculty and staff in celebrating the accomplishments of the students completing Bachelor of Science degrees in Environmental Resources Engineering and those earning graduate degrees in the 5 study areas offered by the department. I want to thank the graduating Erie students who have engaged throughout their time at ESF and given so much to our community. While I congratulate all of our graduates, I particularly want to recognize our department scholar, Rebecca Barkin, as well as graduating seniors Justin Rosenberg, Mallory Delanoy, and John Perez, who were recently honored at the Robin Hood Oak and Solar Award ceremonies. I am proud of you, our graduates, as individuals and as the professionals I know you will become. You have completed a program of study that will prepare you for what we know is an ever-changing world. I look forward to learning about your accomplishments. My best wishes to all of you, and please keep in touch.
In my role as Director of the Division of Environmental Science, I want to congratulate you on this remarkable accomplishment. The division is the home for the BS in Environmental Science, BS in Environmental Health, and the Graduate Program in Environmental Science with the MPS, MS, and PhD degrees. The relatively new Environmental Health BS program is one of only 28 in the U.S. accredited by the National Environmental Health, Science, and Protection Accreditation Council. I would like to recognize the Environmental Science Division Scholar Jordan Jessamy, top undergraduate student in the division, who will be pursuing graduate study in the Graduate Program in Environmental Science this fall. I encourage you to view a summary of his academic accomplishments, which include the Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence, in the bio included in your program. This is an important milestone to celebrate. In normal times, graduation is remarkable, but in today's COVID-19 environment, it rises to extraordinary. As you have heard repeatedly from the President down to the staff and faculty, none of us signed up for this, the most uttered phrase of the past semester. Yet we find ourselves here, for better or for worse. I contend that today you have earned the right and indeed have the responsibility to look at this from the for better side. Your arrival at this point demonstrates in real time what has been called grit. With determination, you managed to keep it together during a period of unprecedented stress, a level which many of us older folks have not experienced since the 60s and early 70s. COVID-19 has certainly introduced a disturbance into my force. After a relatively smooth 4 decades, we find ourselves feeling as unsettled as you do. But what defines every one of us is not how we function during the good times, but how we persevere through the challenges. Duke Ellington, famous jazz composer, once quipped that there are 2 rules in life. Number 1, never quit. Number 2, never forget rule number 1. You have displayed grace and composure under disruption. I have seen you work together to support your fellow students with remarkable kindness and compassion. As individuals, you have all pitched in, contributing to group projects and classes and labs, and to the ESF community as a whole. I couldn't be more proud of you. Please keep in touch with us. You become the inspiration for those students beginning their academic journeys this fall and future falls. Monica Blaisdell and I will be calling on you to share details of your developing career with our students in the introductory seminar and capstone courses. This is an important component of our program, helping students to envision possibilities for their professional future. Congratulations to all of you and to your families for their support. I look forward to hearing from you as your careers unfold.
On behalf of the Environmental Studies faculty, I'd like to congratulate all of our graduates today, the undergraduates as well as our graduate students. We've learned from you, we've enjoyed you, we've celebrated you, and we look forward to hearing about your next adventure, so please keep us in your loop. I'd like to acknowledge the parents, the siblings, the friends, people that have helped you along the way to get you to this milestone of graduation today. So thank you to all of those people. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge Grace Trentini, who is our departmental scholar. And you can read more about Grace and her many accomplishments in the program. Thank you very much. We wish you well. Relish in the day, enjoy it, and congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Doug Johnston, and I'm privileged to be a professor and chair in the Department of Landscape Architecture. As you have heard repeatedly, this is not the commencement anyone wanted. But it is your commencement, and it will be celebrated. For many of you, it was just 5 short years ago that you entered the college and the Department of Landscape Architecture. You entered a program that has existed in the college since its beginning. Your class has the permanent distinction of being the 50th anniversary class of the department's one-of-a-kind off-campus study program, learning about your place in the world in Barcelona, Beijing, Rotterdam, Utrecht, and Prague. Who knew that your off-campus experience would prepare you so well for this spring semester's off-campus independent studies? But you rose to the challenges and continued the high standards and expectations of collaborative problem solving in your final semester's classes, including your thematic design studio, where you developed novel energy collection and habitat systems, and in preparing portfolios to demonstrate both the technical and intellectual skills you have practiced and honed. Personally, I've had the pleasure of working with all of you, whether in Foundation Studio doing algorithmic designs in Rhino, reclaiming the coal fields of Eastern Germany, or restoring the ecology and culture of the first day battlefield at Gettysburg, or even debating postmodernism in our research methods class. And I had the privilege of working with this year's department scholar, Matthew Romano, who took the ultimate leap of faith and ventured on his own to study and learn about the intersection between modern and ancient cultures by spending the fall semester in Beijing, China. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Department of Landscape Architecture, I salute you for your hard work, dedication, and care for one another, and we wish you all the best from this day forward. Thanks, and take care of each other.
Good afternoon, graduates and guests. I am Dr. Chris Nowak, Department Chair of the Sustainable Resources Management Department. My department, or better yet, our department, produced over 150 graduates from our 5 undergraduate degree programs and our 3 graduate degree programs over this past year. Out of this group of students came Mr. Spencer King, our department scholar. Spencer had one of the higher GPAs within the department, and this is from our Natural Resources Management program, where he spent nearly 4 years with us in coursework and other efforts here with the college. Congratulations, Spencer. You'll note that his bio is in the celebration program, plus he'll be mentioned later on specifically with a separate slide. And of course, congratulations to all of you students and soon-to-be graduates of the ESF class of 2020. I am both pleased and proud that we have arrived at this point together and this celebration. Okay, so a bit of a reflection. What a semester we've just experienced. What a year collectively. And of course, if you think about the work and time we've spent together, it was extraordinary. We did it. You did it. You've succeeded as expected. You've met our expectations and plans. You've shown levels of resistance and resilience and fortitude, particularly and demonstrably so over these last few months, in levels and ways that are unparalleled, really, in terms of college students. And I appreciate that. Now, specifically and generally, together, we've developed skills and knowledge pools in you and in us, too, that allow us and you to be professionals. You've developed demeanor, behavior, decorum that are consistent with what we expect of professionals. You have cultured your passions and set yourself up for joyful work as professionals. Clearly, in our estimation, you've been successful. You are ready to professionally, sustainably manage resources, and with that, improve our world. So now it's time to get at it. Enjoy the day, enjoy the celebration and your achievement, but get to work as soon as you can, because ultimately that's been our plan all along.
Congratulations to the May 2020 graduating master's and doctoral students of the State University of New York College of Environmental Science and Forestry. I'm Scott Shannon, Associate Provost for Instruction and Dean of the Graduate School, and it is my distinct pleasure to congratulate each and every one of you, at least virtually, on the completion of your rigorous courses of study. Typically, my role in commencement is to assist in hooding our doctoral candidates, to read each graduating student's name, and to shake each of your hands as a personal tribute to your accomplishments in earning your degree. Obviously, given the extraordinary circumstances we've been experiencing these past several months, none of us will be shaking any hands today or in the foreseeable future. Nevertheless, the fact that you've persevered through these difficult months and along the way exhibited extraordinary grit, will, and resilience in overcoming unprecedented obstacles leads me to believe that each of you have not only earned this recognition today, but that we should keep a close eye on where your careers lead you in the future. And while the current crisis is far from over, each of you clearly stand ready to respond and adapt to uncertain times ahead. While today is not the commencement many of you envisioned when you arrived at ESF, it remains a day for celebration, and each of you has earned the right to relax and bask in the light of your significant accomplishments in the classroom, the lab, the field, and the design studio. You may not feel this way yet, but I proudly believe that you'll look back on these days a decade or two from now, knowing that it was these trying times that prepared you for a successful career of effectively responding to unforeseen challenges and optimistically rising to the occasion, knowing that your efforts might truly change the world. At some point in the not too distant future, we will return to something that we'll all adopt as a new normal, and we'll resume gathering in person as a real and physical community, and not just a virtual one. When that day comes, I hope you'll return to campus for a real commencement, and we'll hood our doctoral candidates. I'll announce your names to all those assembled, and I'll actually get to shake your hand. And we'll all celebrate collectively the remarkable achievements that each of you have earned as graduate students at ESF. Congratulations.
President Amberg, it is my pleasure to present to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, the Bachelor of Science, the Master of Professional Studies, the Master of Forestry, the Master of Landscape Architecture, the Master of Science, and the Doctor of Philosophy degrees.
Pursuant to the action of the College of Environmental Science and Forestry faculty, the college trustees, and the trustees of the State University of New York, I now confer on you the degree of Bachelor of Landscape Architecture, Bachelor of Science, Master of Professional Studies, Master of Landscape Architecture, Master of Forestry, Master of Science, and Doctor of Philosophy, appropriate to your course of study. The diploma that you receive is your evidence of our action, and it gives you all the rights, responsibilities, and honors pertaining to that degree. Congratulations to the ESF class of 2020.
It's humbling to be here addressing all of you today, because as a graduate of this school 47 years ago, I certainly couldn't have known where life and career would take me. I'm proud to be one of you, and on behalf of all 20,000 plus members of the Alumni Association, I can tell you that we all feel the same way. We graduated from a very special school, and I can tell you also in sincere truth that this experience guided me throughout my career. I am certain that this will happen with you as well. Alumni and students are just different phases of the same person. You are now officially alumni of ESF, and on behalf of the association, we encourage you to become members so as to retain the contacts and camaraderie that you enjoyed as students. And of course, this will go down as one of the strangest commencements due to current circumstances. Who would have guessed? But here's my sense calling upon the never fear attitude I remember having at your age. You're all rolling with this, and you know you will get through it. And I'm confident of that as well. All of us older folks have tried to impart some wisdom to guide you on this day forward, but I know the wisdom that will be most valuable to you will be gotten from your hard work and experience in the world after you leave here. Perhaps, though, I can leave you with a line from Aldo Leopold in his A Sand County Almanac, published in 1949, that has guided me throughout my career in the natural resources field. This is what he wrote. I have read many definitions of what is a conservationist, and written not a few myself. But I suspect that the best one is written not with a pen, but with an axe. It is a matter of what a person thinks about while chopping, or while deciding what to chop. A conservationist is one who is humbly aware that with each stroke, he, and I'll add the word she, is writing his signature on the face of the land. With those simple words, he summed up something that I know you learned in this school, that we have a significant and important role to play with the natural world. We are not just observers, but players, and that role carries with it a serious level of responsibility. Hats off to each of you, and I hope our paths cross again via the ESF Alumni Association.
It is my very great pleasure to close out this very special ceremony today. As you should know, ESF is an institution built on many traditions, from simple things like not walking across the quad, to summer experiences at Cranberry Lake and the Ranger School, to landscape architecture's semester abroad. All timeless and all going through changes right now. One of the most profound of our traditions has been commencement, where we have sent each succeeding class out into the future. And while our presentation this year is different, like many of the other traditions we have that have been forced to change, the significance of the tradition continues. Our ceremony today highlights the changes that we are going through right now and the timelessness of the tradition. We are forced to do away with many of the things that I personally enjoy most about commencement, the pomp and circumstance, the academic robes, and the traditional toasts and acknowledgments to parents, family, faculty, and staff. Nevertheless, the great tradition that commencement represents is something that we can savor during this new normal. I personally feel the impact of this change in tradition like both you, our students, and your families do. You see, my youngest daughter was set to go through her own commencement exercise from Binghamton University next week. We already have her cap and gown, and we were looking forward to seeing her go through the ceremony. Unfortunately, that will not happen. Nevertheless, I suppose I might have her wear her regalia for us, just to maintain the tradition, and at least to take some pictures for her grandmother. Like us, Binghamton is planning to hold a ceremony in the fall, and it will be glorious to have her participate in it. I strongly encourage you all to come back in December when we plan to hold ours. Now, it is often said that no one remembers what is said at graduations because everyone is so anxious for it to be over. But I do not believe that this is true. I still remember a line that was said at my own graduation ceremony from UC Berkeley many years ago. It was an off-the-cuff remark made by our faculty speaker, Henry Vaux, in response to something said by our student speaker. In a very humorous talk, our student speaker said that we are all just dirt foresters here. His point was that as forestry graduates, our career objective would be land management, and our focus would be basically local. Now, Hank was a truly remarkable man. He was one of the godfathers of forest economics as a discipline, had been dean of the school, and was the first director of the California State Forestry Board. He had been called in at the last minute to give this talk because the official commencement speaker took ill. His response to my classmates' comment has stayed with me. He acknowledged that while our training had prepared us well to work in the field, and he knew that many of us would do just that, he wanted us to consider broader opportunities as our careers unfolded. He hoped that careers as lawyers, politicians, business people, or researchers would be in some of our futures. In fact, he believed this was extremely important, not only for us, but for society as well. Basically, our degree provided the tools for many important activities that can benefit society in myriad ways, and that they are not limited to the specific field that we studied. I echo that sentiment and strongly believe that these words apply to you, our ESF graduates, as well. Even though our world has changed, we still need people with your skills and passion. You have developed a breadth of experience, and we need that now more than ever. I challenge you all now to look past our current experience and focus on the next set of challenges that you are primed to be able to conquer. In closing, you should always remember that you have joined a proud tradition as graduates of this great institution. You have been prepared to take on new challenges and have the skills and knowledge to succeed. In sum, I know that you will do wonders, and that you should know the world will expect extraordinary things from you because you are a graduate of the SUNY College of Environmental Science and Forestry. As we close our event today, we want to toast your achievements and wish you all the best. Congratulations, and don't forget to keep in touch.
Class of 2020, may all your sunrises bring hope, may all your sunsets bring beauty and a sense of completion, and may all your trails be free of blowdowns. Congratulations to the most resilient graduating class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We're so proud to welcome you into the ESF alumni family.
Congratulations, graduating seniors. You've had a heck of an accomplishment. Wish you the best.
Welcome to the Alumni Association.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations, I am so proud of you.
you, but you're off to doing great things. Here's to you.
Yay!
Cheers, guys.
Congrats, guys.
Congratulations, class of 2020. We're so proud of you. Cheers.
Congratulations, graduates. We're so proud of you.
On behalf of the cross-country and track coaches here at ESF, we wish you the best of luck.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Class of 2020, celebrate this awesome achievement with your loved ones. Stay well and congratulations.
Best wishes, including the Ranger School grads.
Congratulations. Cheers.
I love and miss you all more than anything. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Cheers.
Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2020. There you go.
Congratulations, 2020, from the Great Smoky Mountain National Park.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Cheers, graduates. Excelsior.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
Congratulations. Stay in touch with your classmates.
Congratulations. Great job.
Astrovia. Cheers.
Class of 2020, congratulations from the Forest property staff. Skol!
Congratulations. Aloha.
My name's Bob Kobelia, class of 74, and in the words of that great philosopher George Thorogood, 77, one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer to the class of 2020. And my nephew, Tate Tiller. Kudos, buddy.
My name's Lainey Cobelia Candelora from the class of 1999. Congratulations, ESF, class of 2020, especially to my godson, Tate Tiller.
My name is Dennis Candelora from the class of 1999, wishing all the graduates great success of 2020.
Congrats, class of 2020.
Congratulations, class of 2020. You did it.
Hello. Here's a toast to the class of 2020. May you always have perfect vision.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Cheers to you.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Salute.
To you.
Congratulations, class of 2020.
2020. I know this isn't how you wanted to end your time here at ESF, but we were happy to have had you here, and I'm wishing you best of luck as you go forth to make the world a better place.
Well done. Congratulations. Woohoo!
Congratulations, class of 2020. Here's to you. Make it a memorable one. Cheers.
Hello, ESF graduates. I'm Brian from the Facilities Office. Congratulations, cheers, best wishes to you. Now, you know what to do for better 2020. Go out and improve our world.
You did it.
Have fun.
Congratulations.
Cheers to the graduating class of ESF of 2020. Good luck in the world out there from Dr. Ledette and Lucas. We hope to see you soon and let us know if we can do anything for you. Bonne chance.
'20 vision.
ESF grads, we are so proud of you. Good luck in the future. Best wishes from the class of 1980.
Hello, congratulations, and be safe.
Congratulations, graduates. Best wishes. Way to go.
From the class of 94 to the class of 2020, congratulations. Special congratulations to Adriana. We're very proud of you.
Cheers and congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Wishing you all the best.
Congratulations, 2020 graduates.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Cheers. Well done.
Hi, I'm Jeff Dexter, a forestry major, class of 1971, and it is with our greatest pride that we offer to our granddaughter, Taylor Quinn Chrisman, environmental chemistry major, our heartiest congratulations for her accomplishment and sincerest best wishes for the future. And to all our classmates of the year 2020, I want you to know that whenever people ask you where you went to college and you respond SUNY-ESF, they will always answer why that is the best. Congratulations.
Congratulations and all the best. Congratulations to everyone.
Hello everybody, Brambo's here. Even though I can't raise a champagne glass, I wanted to make a toast to the class of 2020. Congratulations everybody, you did it. So proud of you. Don't forget to come back and visit. Go Stumpies!